officer of the Catholic Near East Welfare Association, one of the key charities doing work in the Middle East, especially Iraq, where all the problems are taking place now. And that speaker is Mr. Carl Hetu. Carl, come up.
Merci à tous d'être ici aujourd'hui. Une journée très importante et aussi un signe d'espoir. Un signe d'espoir pour nous tous qui ont été sous le choc lorsque nous avons vu ce symbole que je porte, ce symbole de chrétien, the symbolism of Christian that was misused, a symbolism that was used to identify Christian, to eliminate them, to purify Iraq, and believe me, not only Iraq, all of the Middle East, of any Christians. And this symbolism was put on all the houses, the belongings of Christians, so that people could be free and go and take their belongings. That's why today I wear this. That's why some of us in the crowd are wearing this, because let's reclaim what is ours. We have the right to be a Christian. We have the right to be a Muslim. We have the right to be Jew. We have the right to be Hindu. We have the right to be a Yazidi. What's wrong with the people? They live in the dark ages somewhere. I don't know where they're stuck, but they're not in the 21st century. And this is sad. Et c'est pour ça que notre organisation à nous, la CNEWA, the Catholic Near East Welfare Association, is an organization of the Holy Father. Nous sommes une organisation du Saint-Père. Nous représentons le Saint-Père au Moyen-Orient. Nous avons 3 bureaux au Liban, à Jérusalem, et aussi à Amman, en Jordanie. We have 3 offices, one in Jordan, Lebanon, and Jerusalem. Our offices work in good times like in bad times with the Christians. Not only to serve the Christians, but to serve all. Because that's the key of being Christian, is to go towards the other person regardless of their creed, regardless of their need, regardless of their color. We are there to reach out in peace and respect and in dignity. And that's what we're about. That's why we're here, to speak out those values. Alors notre organisation, avec Développement et Paix aussi, avec l'aide à l'Église en détresse, travaille très fort pour pouvoir soulever des fonds, sensibiliser les gens, pour être capable d'amener ce côté d'espoir positif envers les gens de l'Irak, de la Syrie, de l'Égypte et aussi du Liban, de la Jordanie, qui ont besoin de sentir que nous sommes là avec eux, sans oublier aussi les Palestiniens chrétiens qui subissent aussi des difficultés en ce moment. Alors, qui sont tous ces gens? Rappelons-nous de quelques faits. En 2003, il y avait 1 million de chrétiens en Irak. In 2003, there was 1 million Iraqi Christians in Iraq. But after the US invasion and its allies, and the chaos and anarchy it created, there was a lot of extremist groups that decided to attack, to kidnap, to threaten, and to kill Christians in Iraq. And in 2010, from 1 million, it was down to 300,000. It means that in less than 10 years, Iraqi Christians, 70% of Iraqi Christians were kicked out of Iraq. 70% des chrétiens ont été mis à la porte en 2003 et 2010. C'est incroyable. Alors, quand on regarde ce qui se passe au cours des 2 dernières années, au cours de la dernière année, on a vu la violence augmenter. Et ce nombre est passé à environ 200 000 à 150 000. In the last year alone, it moved from 300,000 to 200,000, now about 150,000. About 120,000 Christians are on the go, leaving their homes. Ne nous trompons pas ici, c'est un nettoyage ethnique et religieux. L'État islamique ne fait que terminer le travail qui avait déjà commencé en 2003 par plusieurs groupes extrémistes, dont Al-Qaïda. So let's not mistake ourselves here. The ISIS is finishing the job that was started in 2003 by all those other groups. So it's not just the ISIS. There's many groups out there that just want to kill and spread their hatred. And they're just finishing the job. And they need to be stopped. And let's focus on that kind of things, to be here to make sure that those people are stopped. Vous savez, les chrétiens, ce sont des gens éduqués. Ils ont contribué directement au développement de la société irakienne. Ce sont des personnes de paix. de dialogue, qui s'entendent bien avec leurs voisins musulmans, les Yézidis et d'autres. Mais cela est terminé, cela est fini pour la plupart d'entre eux. Ils ont tout perdu. Leur église, leur commerce, leur école, leur maison, leur dignité. J'ai reçu un témoignage d'une sœur dominicaine. I got a testimony from a Dominican sister, Sister Maria Hanna, la sœur supérieure des Dominicaines de Sainte-Catherine de Siena. Very courageous sisters. 57 sisters were in Mosul, Karakosh, and they had to flee. And they're now in Erbil, in Kawa. And believe it or not, they're taking care of 26 distribution food centers. Despite the harm that happened to them, they are out there raising their sleeves and working with the local people to say, we say no to the despair. Let me read their testimony. It's in English. Dear friends, I thank you so much for all the goods you're doing. It is so much needed. But let's not kid ourselves. People almost lost everything. What saddened me the most is that it's only 1 month ago, 4 weeks ago, that all those people were the most educated in the country and among those most likely to build a life for themselves, their family, and the whole community and villages where they were in. And now they do not have enough money in their pockets to survive the day. Some have found shelter in tents, others in schools, in church, in halls, in garden. But there's still 7,000 of them that still live in open air. They don't even have tents, mattress, or nothing. And they have to be standing in the sun at 40 degrees a day. They wait to be fed or giving food to cook. Elderly are not being taken care of properly. Children are living in unhealthy conditions and won't be able to start school this fall. Families have lost their privacy. Women are exposed. Men have no job in a culture where a man is expected to support his family. Despair is now settling. People are most convinced the only way out of this crisis is to immigrate. I don't know about you, but they shouldn't have to leave their home. They shouldn't have to leave their home. But people cannot, she continues, and I end with this, people cannot endure this persecution, marginalization, contempt, and rejection anymore. They need you, they need us, to really make sure they don't feel alone. So she thanks the local church and all our friends abroad, which has put all its resources and energy to welcome and serve the suffering, but it's not enough. Please don't forget about us. That's our message. Alors nous, notre organisation, l'Association d'aide à l'Orient, la CNEWA et d'autres organisations sont sur le terrain. Nous appuyons tous ces organismes, les sœurs communaux, les sœurs dominicaines et les autres, à travailler fort pour pouvoir changer les conditions de vie des gens. Alors, mais en même temps, il ne faut pas oublier qu'en Syrie, il y a aujourd'hui 3 millions de réfugiés, au-delà de 7 millions de déplacés. Il y a aussi des gens en Égypte qui souffrent énormément. This whole conflict is also adding to the problem of refugees all over the Middle East. Let's not forget the other Iraqis that are still today, after 3, 4, 5, 6 years, refugees in Jordan, even in Syria and in Lebanon. And more Iraqis are coming to join them. This is unbearable. Plus all the Syrian refugees, 3 million of them, that are spread all over the Middle East. And it's not about to stop, because groups like the ISIS, they want to just go on beyond all the frontier. So please, let's keep on the good work. Let's be generous in making donations and also raise the awareness and continue our prayers for the people that needs all of us as we need them to continue all in one family. Merci. Thank you.